Hey, this is Jake.
And Dylan?
This is going to be our 2023 edge rushers for the draft. All right, we're going to start off by talking about BJ Ojolari. Wow, that was a tough one. We got him a tie for ninth, a 66 overall.
Stands at 6'2", weighs in at 248 pounds, and runs a 4.59 40-yard dash. He has lots of experience.
He's got elite bend, good length. He still needs some polish despite that experience. He's still kind of, I think, questionable in the run game, but he could probably be taught that a little better. And he's a good pass rusher. The next guy that's tied with him
It's a really long name.
is Felix
I think that's Onudike.
Onudike Uzama, I believe. I don't know. Probably not even close. And let's hear his numbers.
He stands at 6'3", weighs in at 255 pounds, and runs a 4.73 40-yard dash.
I got him. He's a little bit stiff, but he's more physical. He has no real weaknesses. He's just not really elite in anything. Solid body. More built for outside linebacker in like a 4-3, or maybe even a probably not an end, but he might be able to play the end and for run defense.
He also has a nice repertoire of moves.
The next guy we have at number 8 is he's got good power and straight speed. He's elite, but he needs lots of polish, and he's a good pass rusher.
Yeah, he stands at 6'3", weighs in at 294 pounds, and runs 4.43 40-yard dash. By the way, this is Byron Young.
Did I not say that?
No.
He's a 67 overall. Oh, and he's also kind of, I would say, questionable in the run. He's more of just a straight pass rusher. The next guy has a lot of the same traits, but just a little bit better. He's Derek Hall. He's a 68, and he's got the same kind of power, bend, straight speed.
Stands at 6'3", which is the same height as Byron Young, and he weighs in at 254 pounds. Runs a 4.55 40-yard dash, which is a bit slower than Byron, but he weighs 40 pounds less than him.
Byron weighs
40 more pounds, I think.
Let's see. And I think Derek Hall would probably be best at that outside linebacker position also. So he can play the run and the pass, but I think he's a little bit better at that with the run game, but he's still not as elite as you'd like. Our next guy, I believe, is Zach Harrison.
Yep. He stands at 6'6", weighs in at 274 pounds, and runs a 4.41 40-yard dash. He went to a good linebacker school. That's where both wins.
And this guy is tied for our 5th position at a 71 rating. He's a bigger D end. He's not asked to straight pass rush a ton where he was at in college. He has giant arms. But he does get up the field too far sometimes when he's rushing the passer. He has a tendency to go past the quarterback too much, and before he comes back, he needs to get better at stopping, which is an easy thing to teach. I think it's just one of those things you kind of notice on tape. And the guy he is tied with is Will Anderson. which some people have him rated as the number one guy. He's the production guy, but he was at a good school, so and some of those sacks were made really easy for him. Some Not all sacks are created equal. That's how you get some of these guys that come out and you're like, where did this guy come from? Because they learn how to do a few things and that makes them better.
He stands at 6'4", weighs in at 233 pounds, and runs a 4.60 40-yard dash.
Some of the other things that I have that knocked him down, which I'm not trying to talk all bad about this guy. He's still probably a first round draft pick. I just want to explain why I have him down where I do. He seems like he gets a little tired. He has no elite traits. He's got a good body and good traits. And I don't know what that's. I can't read my own notes here. I guess that's good enough. All right, the guy just ahead of him at 75, which is going to be another tie, is Will McDonald IV.
He stands at 6'4", weighs in at 239 pounds, and runs a 4.61 40-yard dash, which is 0.01 seconds faster than Will Anderson.
And he's bigger too, right, than Will?
No, he's actually smaller. They're the same height, but he weighs less.
Same height. That's what I was thinking. So he played out of position. They made him play all over the line, even nose tackle at times. And you're like, what are you putting your pass rusher at nose tackle for? But he just did it the best he could. I think he'd be better at that 3-4 outside linebacker also. So still like that edge guy, but he can do a little bit of everything. He's got strong and long arms, but he's not necessarily your sack master type of guy. He's going to be your, 9-10 sacks season kind of guy, but he's going to be able to play really well on the run and everything else like that. The guy I have him tied with is a little bit different specimen. He's got elite speed, great bend, and but he's a little light, but he really brings it in the run game, and his name is Nolan Smith.
He stands at 6'2", weighs in at 238 pounds, and runs a 4.39 40-yard dash. He is pretty fast. I think he's the fastest one on this list.
Yeah, you got 4.39. That's like good wide receiver speed. Like he can run. So I mean, he might not be, your best run defender, but I think he could put on a little bit of weight and probably get better at that, and still be faster than most guys at his position, and he'll be that pass rusher that could get a lot of sacks if the rest of the defense around him is good enough. Second, we have Luke Van Ness at a 76. He's got long arms, power. He wasn't really used as a straight pass rusher that often either. His speed to power is good, and he's a bigger defensive end.
He stands at 6'5", weighs in at 272 pounds, and runs a 4.58 40-yard dash, which is pretty good for how big he is.
Yeah, and he is. He's going to be more like a JJ Watt type. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as JJ Watt. But he's kind of that kind of build. He's that just monster kind of guy. Plays with strength and does it that kind of way. Not necessarily that pure speed guy, but can wreak a lot of havoc on an offense. Can mess up the run game and all sorts of things. Our last guy is Tyree Wilson. I got him at an 82, and he's our number one overall end.
He stands at 6'6", weighs in at 271 pounds, runs a 4.82 40-yard dash. He has good physical attributes.
Yeah, he's got a giant wingspan. We're talking like Antetokounmpo from
NBA.
The NBA. He's got the same wingspan. And actually, I think the other guy I said that had a really big wingspan. I can't remember his name. Zach Harrison also has the same size arms. He's just not quite as fast. I mean, this guy's pretty quick. He's got great bend. He's strong, but he needs polish. He's going to be a little bit of a worker, but I think he could go out there and still play. But to get to that elite point, I think he's going to need a little bit of work. But these are all pretty good players. Things that kind of went, I forgot to say this, the things that kind of went through on this is with your ends, you're looking for power, you're looking for speed to power, you're looking for quicks to power, you're looking for bend. I think I might have already said bend. Not getting washed out too badly in the run game. But they all do a pretty good job of that. There's a couple that have obviously more pass rush skills than they do run game skills. That's actually fairly common for pass rushers coming in. But some of them possess both traits pretty well. And then our ratings are based off of our what our thoughts of their likelihood of to be good players and how good they can be. All right, thanks, guys.